Jon Moxley enters alcohol rehabilitation. Plus, Edge wasn't keen on competing in Saudi Arabia, and a title match has been announced for tonight's AEW Dynamite. It's all in the wrestling news right now. Jon Moxley has entered alcohol rehabilitation. This comes from Tony Khan, who tweeted just a couple of hours ago saying, Jon Moxley has allowed me to share with you that he is entering an inpatient alcohol treatment program. Jon is a beloved member of the AEW family. We all stand with him and Renee and all of his family and friends as he shifts his focus to recovery. Jon is making a very brave choice to get help, and we're embracing his choice and supporting him however we can. I'm proud to call Jon a friend, and like many of you, I'm also a fan of Mox and look forward to a time in the future when he is eventually ready to return to the ring. Until then, thank you for supporting Jon and respecting his privacy at this time. Now, we were going to see Jon Moxley in action tonight. Yes. As part of the Eliminator tournament against Orange Cassidy. Time of recording as we sit here, no plans have been made for that. But it's devastating news because it's, AEW losing a key member of the roster, but absolutely the right thing for Jon Moxley if he needs help to get help.
100%. Obviously his health and his well-being are the most important thing. And I guess the right thing to do is to deal with that first, and then for AEW to worry about who's going to replace him in the tournament or whatever second. And then that seems to be very much what they've done here, which is a good thing. So now I just guess we should all basically extend our well wishes to Jon Moxley and I think applaud him as well for making the right choice as well. If that's what he feels is best for him, then 100%. And it's good to see that Tony Khan has fully supported him as well.
With something like that, the first step, which is sort of admitting that there's something that needs to get done, is always the trickiest one. And he's made the biggest first step, and we send our best wishes. Not more to say on that. All the best to Jon Moxley. Let's move over to WWE. Edge was on the Kids on the Escalator podcast. I've never heard of the Kids on the Escalator podcast, and it's a shame because it looks like a lot of fun. And Edge was discussing his time in Saudi Arabia and his match in Saudi Arabia, but in particular discussing having Jessica as his referee in Saudi Arabia, wasn't he?
He was. And she refereed the opening match of the night of the main card, which was obviously Edge versus Rollins inside Hell in a Cell. Edge said that basically, when they asked me about blowing off the story in Saudi Arabia, I wasn't too keen on going, I'll be honest, but as we talked and they said we need it there, which I think is quite a crucial point actually, WWE decided they need the blow-off match to be in Saudi Arabia, when previously we've seen the cards almost exist in a semi-out-of-canon place.
Yeah, this is a very in-canon Saudi Arabia show.
It was the end of their feud, and he said, then Edge said, let's get Jess to ref there. Not knowing if we'd be able to, I just love the idea of a woman being in control of two men in that country. If it flew over a lot of heads or whatever, but for me, if it flew over a lot of heads, whatever. But for me, I can come back to my girls one day and tell them I went over there and I think we did something cool. She was right there for everything, not overwhelmed by the moment, and stood up to the challenge. It was really cool to see.
Yeah, there's a lot of love for Edge, for Jessica Carr for refereeing their final match and the significance he saw of that. But I think the big thing that people pull from this interview is that Edge, wasn't massively keen on being part of that show and having the final for that feud be in Saudi Arabia. And I think, for a multitude of reasons, but again, like, as you say, sort of canonically, the Saudi Arabia shows haven't really been in line, have they, historically? But now this feels like the one just gone, Crown Jewel just gone. I think this is going to be a change.
The Crown Jewel just gone was I think, one of WWE's best quality pay-per-views of the year.
Absolutely.
In terms of the matches, and I think it was one of their most central ones in terms of storylines, and that really is a shift in the importance of these Saudi Arabia shows, which I think says a lot of things, really, too complicated maybe to get into here. But I do think that Edge has done a cool thing there by saying, right, I'm not happy about going, given the controversial nature of the deal and everything, but at least I can turn this into a positive in some way. And I agree with him. I think her refereeing performance I didn't notice at all, which is exactly
what you want.
That's a good refereeing performance. Yeah,
that's exactly what you want. Impact Wrestling drew a few eyebrows overnight. So a few names were removed from Impact Wrestling's website from their roster page, and they included No Way, former No Way Jose, Taylor Wilde, TJP, Tommy Dreamer, and P.T. Williams. So this led to some speculation as are they getting rid of some people. We know that P.T. Williams recently had a tryout as a producer backstage on SmackDown.
Okay.
Tommy Dreamer's been sort of excommunicated from his stuff in Impact Wrestling since the Dark Side of the Ring episode aired. And as for the others, well, we're not too sure. PWInsider.com reached out to Impact to get some details on this. And I wanted to mention this because I think there's a lot of stories doing the rounds today about, are these 5 wrestlers being let go from Impact? Impact sources state there's been no talent released, and their removal from the website roster should not be seen as an indication that they are being released.
Okay, so what does it mean?
So
instead?
why are they being taken off the page altogether?
My best guess is that maybe, well, it seems to be for a variety of different reasons. As you say, Tommy Dreamer's been suspended. P.D. Williams is possibly going to, as you mentioned, move to WWE in a production sort of role. Maybe for the others, the more active wrestlers in that collection of names, maybe they're being repackaged, maybe they're taking some time off. I don't really know, but I guess that we should take their word for it. Or
yeah, of course. Well, of course.
I mean, they told PW Insider directly that, or by Impact sources rather, that this is no indication they're going to be released. So I guess that's all we can go off really for now.
Absolutely. We have an update on Jim Ross for you. So Jim Ross announced that he was going to get his skin cancer issue looked at.
Yes.
And he allowed us an update on grilling JR, didn't he, Jack?
He did. He said, I have this little cancer issue I'm trying to deal with. I'm going to start doing radiation soon. I have to do 22 radiation treatments. Somehow, I have to figure out how to do it on consecutive days. I don't plan on missing any work, according to my doctors, so that's good. I think by that he means that the doctors don't assume that he's going to have to miss any work.
No, it means that
as long as he can find a way
the
to
radiation,
It's quite. It must be a hectic schedule though now, like piled on top of everything. He goes on to say, it's just a matter of dealing with the issues, gritting your teeth and moving on. The good thing is there's no chemotherapy, and that helps with all the after effects and things of that nature. I'm handling it, I'm dealing with it, I've dealt with more and will continue to persevere. Obviously we all hope that JR is successful in his treatment.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
I wonder whether we will see at least a small absence from him. If he's doing 22 radiation treatments consecutively, I imagine there'll be a spell where he's away from Dynamite. And heroes welcome when he returns.
Absolutely. And I imagine as well that just going off how Tony Khan has fully supported Jon Moxley earlier with his decision to take very necessary time off, that I assume that he would be totally the same with JR. So you've got to imagine so.
Absolutely. Looking ahead to tonight's episode of Dynamite, a title match has been announced. FTR throwing out an open challenge for their AAA tag team titles, with one caveat.
That's that they'll defend against any luchadors apart from the Lucha Brothers. Apart from Phoenix and Penta.
So what if Lucha Brothers come down in different Lucha matches?
That's a possibility. There's obviously the possibility of another babyface tag team also coming out, like the Best Friends or someone, or maybe Jurassic Express. Although Luchasaurus is already 2 babyfaces coming down as a luchador tag team.
Luchasaurus is a luchador.
Oh, he's already a luchador. He would count.
That'd
be fine. Yeah, he'd be fine.
Luchasaurus can get a shot.
I guess there's a lot of different ways this can go, but I wouldn't be surprised if it carried on the kind of semi-comedic theme, with FTR obviously disguising themselves as luchadors not too long ago. I don't know. I think it would be really cool if they just brought in a genuine lucha tag team from like AAA or somewhere, and went, there you go, and then they take it to FTR.
That's a nice shout, actually. That's a nice shout.
I don't know how possible that is logistically right now, but
I would imagine they'd be possible. I really like this stuff with FTR because I feel like there's so many things, so many moving parts in AEW. I was nervous for a while that FTR was just going to get sort of lost in the shuffle of it all.
Yeah.
And I think this has given them a bit of a new lease on life.
Yeah, I think so as well.
And another showdown with the Lucha Brothers imminent. Yeah, give us that.
I think so too.
Stick that in my veins, Your Honour. Your Honour. Are you guys doing Twitch tonight, or are we taking some time away?
Owen's not feeling too well right now, but he has been tested. It's all good. It's not COVID.
It's fine.
But he's feeling a little bit under the weather. I possibly will be doing a solo stream later on tonight, or I might just not be doing it. We haven't quite worked it out yet, but I'll let people know via social media.
By the power of the social media.
Yeah, absolutely. So look out for updates on that if you are a regular viewer of mine and Owen's Twitch streams. And it seems like Owen's going to be okay soon, but I mean, he's just feeling a bit, aren't we all feeling a bit crap at the moment?
Do you know what? It's the changing of the seasons.
Yes,
we're all a little bit frayed around the edges. But if Jack's on later, give us some love anyway. Twitch.tv/Cultaholic. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.